So despite the fact that these cats are very small, they are blowing. Quite badly, and you can't really repair that because it's rotten. So I don't want the cats in there, but they're a legal requirement for a 1996 Lexus LS400. Not really, because there's not really enough room. We've got an axle stand, we're okay. So, 2 cats. Both pretty rotten. Bracket between. And Arlene gone, completely gone. And also, that centre resonator needs to come out as well. So I can get that turbo fitted. I just need to get around the legality of the cats. There must be a way. And there it is. Oh yes. So, Lexus. Let's crack on. Well, that's it. That was tough work. We've got the new engine in. There we go. Lovely. Shh. So we've got these for the exhaust. Manifold to downpipe gaskets. Also, new brake lines, both sides. And then we also got prop shaft center bearing. Very nice. Got a bit of play in the original. Is that responsible for some vibrations? Quite possibly. Yep. These are the Sora standard downpipes. I've had to cut the ends off because the flanges are completely different, and there weren't much cop on these ones either. Okay, so this is the janky exhaust system that I've cobbled together, I don't know, 2.5 years ago? 3 years? I don't know. It's been a while. It's got quite rusty. I can't remember what that Jubilee clip's for. It's something to do with that bracket because the hangers are there over that side. So I just threw a rod in between and hooked them up to that. Yes. It is terrible. But it worked. You know, I didn't have my welder at the time, so it was exhaust clamp circuits. Here we go. So I just basically cut off the silencers there and just hooked it straight in, ran it off to those silencers up the back there, and that's pretty much it. Still got that in there, but today I'm going to take this off here, take the rest of the exhaust off, and then pull it off, all off at the front, and get rid of the cats. Well, got that bit okay. That's always a good sign. I've been inside under the carpet and I've undone the oxygen sensors inside the car, pulled the grommet out through, and then just undone it at the exhaust, and there's been enough twist on it just to take it out without having to pull the plugs through the floor. Not too bad. They've been soaking in penetrating fluid. The most awkward one, the top one, I've already just got out. Let's carry on. These bolts look tricky to get off, don't they? Not a lot of threads left on them. Oh well. But I don't want them undone, innit? You gotta state of that, look. Right. I had this really bad vibration. A vibrating noise, which I think was from this rattling on there at certain RPMs. About 200, between 2000 and 2500 RPM. Just rattle on there, get really annoying. Well, the good news is it's off. But the bad news is I've got two manifold bolts sheared off. I tried, it took me ages and ages. So there's the complete exhaust that was on it previously that I'd built. You notice the Y pipe had some sort of cover over it. I don't know if that was for aesthetics or to protect it or what. So I haven't done a lot of videoing while I've been doing this, because it's basically been resting it on loads of boxes and bits of wood and all kinds of things, and getting it to the right height, trying to level the car up. So you can see that that Y pipe is there, and it's pretty close to the car now. I've cut the resonator off the back of it, and we've got these downpipes on-ish, just, you know, roughly put together, and I've just tacked it up to that, both sides. Yeah, I'm no welder, but I can stick things together. So that's the plan. The exhaust it looks pretty close to that, but there is a gap. There is somewhat of a, yeah, I can get my hands under it, get my fingers around it, well, only just, but I can get a thumb in between the exhaust and the body. So it's lifted up about 25mm closer to the body, which is good for, as you can see, when it was a little bit lower it was catching, so 25mm higher is going to make things a little bit easier for that. Yeah, the old trusty little no gas, but I've converted it to that bottle there, so it's all good. Right, I need to get on. Well, my welding is not fantastic by any means, but it is stuck on. So see, now I can grind them down, make it look a bit prettier. Okay, I've kind of made up the basic shape for the rear section. A bit of a stay in between using the old one. Okay, so this is the new exhaust, front to back, temporarily. And that is pretty much just so I can drive it for now. And eventually, at this point, instead of going off to the right that way, they'll be coming up that way into the car, into the turbo. But for now, that'll let me drive it about. You know that thing when you go, that 8mm bolt's too small, that 8mm bolt's too long. Yeah. So it's back together. Sun's got a bit of that on the job. I'm going to clamp that centre section. There is also a third option, which is just, you know, smash it out there. Oh, I like the sound of that though, it sounds good. Quite epic. Well, with a tailpipe, with a back box, and with a system. So, yeah, I mean, it's stuck together. Let's just say that. It's only temporary. Because here at this point, behind the diff, where that mess is there, it's gonna sort of go up into my floor space there. This is where the spare wheel well was once, and I've taken most of that out. There's a bit of an edge there, and that's where the turbo is going to sit. So we're just going to straight up into the turbo. It'll be somewhere here. That subframe's got to come off and be cleaned up. But yeah, we're getting there with it. Slowly getting there. got a nice idle now.